On the table above Snow sits a diary. It seems to have been infrequently used. But as you read, you see the diary end abruptly one day. You suspect it was. The writing on the last page is blurred.
There's not nearly enough detail.
As if in thought, you run your hand over the ink of the last page. A flood of information pours into you. A short distance away, you see a skinny, young girl walking down the street. You hear the engine of a car roar from your right. You turn briefly as a car enters your. You are unable to move. The car collides with you as the illusionary vision fades.
Are you alright there, partner?
You hear her words, but take a moment to collect your.
Saya, stay away from this diary. What was it you saw? I saw a young girl get violently killed by a car. The vehicle looked like a. After it hit the girl, it seemed to notice me, a black vintage model. Wait, does it resemble the one in the parking lot we passed earlier? I wasn't paying attention to the cars in the park. We should probably take. I only can remember. It would probably be better.
She opens the diary in a hurry. She looks over to you.
What a shame. This last page.
I couldn't help but overhear. If I may offer my opinion, her unstable state may have left her wanting to remove any traces that would remind her of her.
Have you encountered anything strange before, potentially along the line?
No, I have not.
Have there been any strange appearances of note in this space before?
Nothing of note. While I do come here near.
Alright then. We'll continue our investigation for a moment longer.
As you please.
Let's look around a little.
You pull out the drawers and these bottles and jars. You examine the room from the corner. As you take a moment to think, you notice a small crack on the floor to the wall behind you. It doesn't seem to have been. It looks as though the wall has cracked from the inside from. You examine. As you. It. Before you sits a bed that remains the same as it was the day Madame disappeared. You quickly. Under the bed. You find.
These are all strong and she must have been in a terrible.
I had advised the madam to be careful of her health even when I had refused to get them for her. She would find them somewhere else. Then there was also an incident in which she had attempted. Fortunately, she simply passed out after drawing blood and the night watchman discovered her soon after. It got to a point where the master could not bear to see the madam grieving.
You mean Madam Carter could have been not in her right mind due to her addiction and the drug's influence?
It's certainly a possibility. The master's mansion is quite large, and we gave up searching in a few areas due to risk.
You notice Saya put a metal disc behind the portrait in the brief prior in which the butler turns her. Saya puts a finger.
We all have our own ways to ascertain the truth. Have you found anything else? I have a few ideas I think we've gotten all. It would probably be best to move on, if you are ready then, partner.
The door does not have a
My guests, since Madame disappeared, now
You see the butler with a black. You remember that when opening the door does not have.
My guest, since Madame, now
You see the
Would you mind?
Certainly. You have been given the authority.
Once you complete your investigation here.
My apologies.
Immediately you are taken aback by the. It looks much less like a bedroom. The tables are lit.
The day after the accident, he eventually ended up moving. So, while the space itself hasn't been greatly disturbed since.
What's the stand for?
Do you mean that shelf? Well, the master was very excited when he got selected. Almost every day, he looks at that beautiful gemstone on the side of the shelf with a It is as if he is enchanted. However, after realizing that he deposited the gem in an underground vault. I heard that he also hired a detective who solved many, and she will come here tomorrow.
Well, I hope she's easy to talk. Let's get started. Well,
Don't worry.
oh. We are a good team after all. I'd rather stay by his side than.
Understood.
Let's get to work, partner. Only one room.
As you look over the table, it seems that he's grown much more interested. As you take in the sight for a moment, the pattern on the shelf catches your attention and you recall the knowledge base in your brain. You remember an article on ancient folklore, which seemed to be some kind of ritual paraphernalia.
This is an antique that my lord acquired. At this point, I've come to accept his truth.
I get it. It's not like it, at the very least.
You notice that However, the moment Saya.
What the hell is this?
She whips out a gun from her. Upon firing her handgun, she gasps and collapses.
Saya.
Lady Saya, what's the matter?
It's nothing. Nothing, Ed. There's something wrong with this table. I'd suggest help.
I will inform.
Normally, you'd expect whatever she witnessed must have.
Has Mr. Carter been in physical contact with?
Yes, but I will inform the master. Is there anything else?
It's getting late and for now, we'll go back to.
The butler nods and Saya seems to.
Thank you for that.
She hesitates for a moment before.
The house I saw through the camera lens. The table itself does not exist. Everything around existed. It wasn't blurry or anything. Everything gave off a sense of wanting to tear me to nothing and drag me away. I'm sorry. Everything's fine if you.
This corner seems. It looks like a radio. When searching for the information, you gems lay spread across the floor. You find a frame. From what you can make out, the sketch shows an immense Arugos cone, roughly 10 feet high and 10. You don't know what it is.
I can't even guess. Carter's mind is quite unique.
While you understand that people have different perspective, as your eyes fall upon this tragedy even in a room this torn up, the bed is covered in documents, books, and blueprints. The only shred of morality is that the blanket itself has been spared from this circus. As you turn your attention to beneath the bed, you notice an aged and weathered document containing strange symbols as text. Below, you see the crossed out symbols that have been circled and
I doubt I have. If I were to ask someone else.
Before you sits a strange arrangement of brass. The box itself has many small holes.
Is this for engraving?
Before you sits the box itself.
Is this for
Gems lace.
Please, follow.
Snow.
Snow runs away.
Saya, hold on.
Long time no see.
You follow Saya to the garden, where the Snow is standing on the well and
Come here. That's not a place for you. Oh, where is the butler? We can't find the room without her.
you look behind you. For some reason,
Saya, you are so fast. Let's just wait here.
there are lights in the garden. Looking around, only the well is still. There are so many small. There are so. The freshly red. Paradoxically, it was as if it had lost part of it. You always feel.
Neither Saya nor the butler could.
The flower bed. You see a strange mist. It creeps as if you see something you shouldn't. At this moment, it's someone's voice, like an exclamation. Then you feel it's like an.
What happened? There was a person. I didn't.
Why did you suddenly? I almost.
Snow almost fell into the well.
I see. It's good that you are fine. This well was found by my lord before he built the mansion. But I don't know the details.
Is there water in this well?
Not sure. It was a bad.
You see the butler frown.
Well, I'm too old to stay up. It's getting late now. Follow me to the room for.
Knowing that the well must be unusual. Although it's very dark, these.
Saya, but I'm doomed.
The small device displays the name Carter. It sounds like a language, but you can't understand the words themselves. It feels like it carries a wave of energy. You begin to feel an emotion from the voice. It sounds like a person asking for help. The voice seems young and help. The sudden words break your trance. Ahead of you watches a beast. It seems to almost draw the very star. You feel as though your very soul has been pierced by an invisible. You are unable to move no matter how. The creature slowly. You feel as though you're lost. Then you hear the soft. A strange. It feels as though you are being. Instead you feel a primal energy. Pain racks through you. All you.
Run.
You see a world that has achieved mechanical civilization. With large... However, behind the air vehicles, you see a wave of alien-shaped monsters. Those things shuttle and... In the meantime, you once again feel. The butler led you into the guest room, leaving once she's confirmed that you've settled in. Sayat, you find yourself in a dark abyss. Your skin feels as though it's being torched by magma. An impulse constantly tugs on your mind and you don't know how long you can ignore it. You scratch at your body and at your surroundings in an attempt to stop it. The blood-curdling screams and death throes continue to drown your mind. As eventually, the feeling of terror fills your mind, the hands for... You wake up sweating, as your heart...
Keep quiet.
Saya, realizing that
There's something going.
you hear the sound of footsteps out. It's both strange and hard.
Don't turn on the light, mate.
You carefully creep up to the edge. You look out through the peephole. It seems that they keep the corridor light on during the... You attempt to catch... As you listen, you hear a set of footsteps in the hallway. You take a moment to catch your breath. But as you do, you see you feel an eerie sensation. As you teeter on the edge of consciousness, you hear a whisper. It doesn't sound like any form of language you know. It is completely beyond your knowledge. As the whisper begins, as you come back to your senses, you quickly realize your heart rate is abnormally fast. It's difficult to breathe, and your face is burning up. While you can't be sure what you heard, you realize it had an impact on your direct being. You begin to understand what this whisper is. It's almost a call of sorts. Something is calling you, calling your name. And then your hallucinations begin to expand. Like growing moss, like fermented wine. You see many cats in front of you. You know them. You know each of them. They surround you, mowing with warmth, striving to please you. Everything in the illusion is still so virtual and wonderful. You feel your body temperature rising rapidly. You feel a wave of dizziness come over you. It feels loving almost. The last edge of your Saya awake.
Thank God, Will.
Seeing you lying.
Partner.
After Saya wakes you up, Saya puts on a serious look.
Seems like a certain we could have gone. We must meet. Well, it is not. But for now, let's go to the bar. We should feast. Don't worry so much. Let's go.
You see that Saya has found a young girl. This girl's hair is a beautiful sea blue. Her skin pale but seemingly not for a lack.
Hello there. Are you the detectives that... Who are you? Rather, more...
The girl's ear is almost visible. She takes a quick hop forward and hugs.
My name is Sherry. What's your name?
As you approach, you know you've even recently known this scent. But the more you try to process it, the less focused you become.
The name's Saya. I'm here for that investigation as well. Sherry, it's my honor to meet you.
You also introduced yourself and complimented Sherry's appearance. The girl is very happy to hear you praise her beauty.
Was there a reason you came to find? Just wanted to. Ace wrote to me, seeking my. For clarity, Ace is the blonde.
Sherry then went on to You recall that the butler from the other day.
I see. Would you mind? Oh, I'm so. I heard that you already. Would you mind sharing? We saw something indescribable and experienced a phenomenon. Anyway, it's what? Time? Is it something that can't be? I think so. At that time I was That's a shame. Anyway, it's already 8 o'clock. That sounds great. Can't enter the room without
an etiquette mirror. An etiquette. You see the mist in the mirror and making it difficult for you to see the picture in the mirror. And then you see a mist attached to the glass. Through the reflection of the mirror in the hallway, you see a man.
Help us. My head hurts.
This is an old box.
I can't. I can't.
You arrive at the banquet hall as Ace seems. Sherry rushes up to her.
I see you two have a.
Sets down her notebook. Seemingly prioritizing your arrival or just realizing that.
It would seem you have questions for me. Ask away. I'm happy to assist as I can.
Have you seen my cat? Snow was gone when I.
Unfortunately, I have not. I'll ask.
Do you know when Mr. Carr?
Last I attempted to find him. I don't know where he is.
Did you notice any?
I'm too old to be working lately. After I delivered you to your quarters, I went.
Do you have anything for first aid around the manor?
Upon hearing the phrase first aid,
I can do it. Does anyone need?
You briefly take a doubtful look at Sherry and
HMPH. How dare they doubt me? Ace.
Ace looks like she's.
Where do I even? Well, it's complicated. But well, please allow. There is an important exhibition today, and there's still much to get.
Then let's enjoy. I agreed. Got you.
Stop. Here is all the thing I want.
Is
You find that there seemed to be some misunderstanding, but you still Here are some bills about the direction of funds. And there are tens of millions of transfer transactions. You find information about various politicians and some gray industries in the bill. There are place names of dozens of...
Did you find this document?
I was just looking for some trail material. I did not expect that just taking a piece of document. I know if I run away, I will definitely not, but all kinds of things happen. Now you have also seen this.
Okay, then I will help you.
Alright.
He also gave... You glance at the table. Sweet potato. Macaroni salad with creamy guacamole.
Speaking of which, Sherry, where are you?
They are archaeologists like me. Right now at least.
You see Ace gesturing to Sherry from it.
Well, I'm going to lend Ace.
Saya, I'm a little concerned about just in case. It won't be a good... I also have Madam's guess we'll split. That sounds like...
You glance at steamed chicken. Before you... As you focus on the as you...
I should probably, just in case.
Within this... It's simplicity. As you... This case holds of... You decide. It reads.
This belongs to the... Carter would... What are you doing?
Quiet.
It seems that...
Sir,
Lying was.
He turned his...
well, I found this...
You hand him the file.
Is this written? No.
You see him nodding. By the time you realize it,
Stealing from...
Sorry. Right now it's about how a tribe. The name of the tribe is it's pronounced Eve in phonetic.
Eve.
Yes. Well, don't say that
The housekeeper asked, hope not.
Even the dinner, I am so that lady.
You glance. Blow. You glance. Oil. Soup.
Being idle is. Would you like?
This well-dressed lady invites.
While the game has been, hopefully this.
It's okay. But if you can.
As she continues speaking, the game looks rather simple. However,
Do you think I am really playing?
as you listen, you begin to play once. You finally found out that every time she shuffled the cards,
My lady.
Alright, since you have good eyes, I'll tell you a secret.
I'm listening.
Actually, I'm not just use this identity to do one thing. I hope you can help me find a must be in.
you heard her mumbling. She has a nostalgic look on her face, and you can't get a.
Okay. I'll.
Well, if you help.
You feel your mind pulled somewhere else. Whatever it actually is. It begins to whisper to you. You wake up and find a leaf sitting in your hand.
That thing wants me to.
Within this you realize. You notice. Within this, you watch as
I'm not sure.
it seems. You focus on the. Your mind feels as though it's. Inst ICU tally. You feel a presence looking down at you. When you tilt your head up.
Burn. Let everything be reduced to cinders.
You snap back to reality. You try to suppress. The fear of. An etiquette. The moment you reach out and close the door, your body, the hands restrain your arms, legs, knees.
Help us.
It can only be described as yelling. Like a roar. Like a cry of pain. Your vision distorts.
Is this a warning?
There are a lot of books on the These files are within a You open the file and pull out the journal pages. Research has confirmed that as long as there is you feel a You see blurry white shadows. They simply wander around without purpose. You see a mid-aged lady crying as she reads a set of notes. It seems the creature is they are in an untouchable world and no one can sense their existence. The lady seems to be in shock if not terrified. You see,
Save me.
you watch the blurry girl in front of you. You feel your arms surge. There are more and more. Your power is, in the end. The illusion. You open the drawer to. These things are all when you. When searching the study.
How did you come? Keep it quiet.
You follow Saya's.
Do you want what happened if
Why not? I'll just hang around and get.
no means no?
Sherry walks.
Don't worry, I have my own.
The butler shakes.
I still have some air. Please, don't.
Hide now.
Okay. If you have any questions.
How did you know I'm here?
Hearing your question.
A little birdie told me. I'll tell you one. Anyway, it's too boring to. Let's go have some.
She takes the door card up. You have no idea. This corner seems to. You find a frame. From what you can make out. You don't know.
This should be what? Strange. Just leave with Saya after.
You see Sherry. You know. It has been on the tape.
Carter is in. He is planning. What is his. Hold this to.
Is this foreign grade? Saya? Strange. It would seem that what is going on? I might have thought you lost it if, well, it does. Either something has. So you think the butler is well, although she, indeed, we walked around thought it seemed, and until, just like yesterday on the highway, there are dozens of cops running after me. I am a dignified killer and feel like
Although Saya speaks with a sense of. You lightly.
If I were you, even if the killer will not stand under the dangerous wall. Let's wait for Carter to come back. Yeah, it's not like it'd be.
It's time to go. I do not want to be caught in the act.
You go from Carter.
Take this key card, and please keep my name out of it. Oh, my stomach. You guys go ahead.
Then I'm going to find out if what about you? Well, I can't. I'll have to keep an eye out.
That's it.
It is not, but I am really.
This is my old friend, but now this is your.
She puts the portrait in her bag. While you look over the weapon yourself. You know
Who allowed you to stand? How rude.
the elegant and easygoing woman becomes mean and you leave as you realize she's trying to prevent your brief relationship. This is an old. You find a weapon.
What a great knife. I can't open the... Black car.
It is a black car, but the white crystal. You look at it unconscious. You sit in a black car and
Olu, it will succeed if it is you. I will send you to a world which you dream of.
then the shadow stepped on the act.
Olu, this is not possible.
However, there is no response and the girl's pupils have already diverged. But you are about to speak. You wake up from the hallucination with a sharp. You. The flower bed. There are so many small lighting.
There's a ghost. Why do I have... What brought you here? Dear Gad, I said you would. Can you really fix it? So what were you? It's in the... Ever since Madden disappeared. More than one, obviously, if it weren't. If so, that's...
But she hands the room. You immediately. The grass is yellow. You recall that Mr. Carter was to it. You remember it. What? You pull out these bottles. Before you under the bed. You take down the bug that Saya left behind.
Wow, it's so dark.
Then came a...
Mom. No.
The bug finally rustled.
A middle-aged, could it be the well-just man? See, to complete the commission must go.
You examine the... As you take... It looks as though the wall... It seems... You eat the... To ignore... The man died long time ago. Touch his body. His body emits an unhealthy glow.
Humans can't do...
You feel the cold, not daring to turn. As you turn, there are corpses all...
It's you. Saya, would you...
Saya does...
Well, Now you've seen this, I'll have to kill you. How about we just say that alright. Do remember to keep it, don't tell anyone about. Did Sherry do all? Let's go back to the this is not the right.
You see some You push the door and find that you put It doesn't take you. You see Sherry's unusual appearance. She looks at you. Behind Saya,
Well, why don't you go? Well, here's the
you listen as Saya tells you a creepy sound surrounds you. Like someone squeezing the liquid from a leather water bag.
What the hell is that noise?
You see a humanoid creature burrowing, bowing, and biting in the
No, 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 no,
Sherry plays.
no, I don't want either. But I can't hold it. It's just
I need it.
Sherry was obviously taken. She is pale and inarticulate. You can feel she is
I just had this great, I swear but I'm at a loss. I'm sorry.
She remains silent.
Troublesome. Let's go. Wasting.
On the other hand, she curls up and
No, no, I am.
you stretch out to Sherry trembles. You notice her.
Sister Saya, don't you I've murdered so many people. I've also.
People are just many years ago. I failed to save some. You are like her.
I am a monster.
What's the big deal? Whether you are a human, all I care about is whether you are worth it. Not who you are.
Sherry is clearly surprised.
So, do you think I'm.
Saya pulls her up and then uses her free hand to draw the shape of a gun and points to her.
You know what you are at. Can you still stand here unharmed if I don't think so?
I'm sorry.
Sherry replies in a low voice. She is timid and completely different from the lively girl you have just met.
Follow me. Well, that's probably okay. And
Hearing Saya's words,
Actually, my body hasn't been feel dizzy for no apparent reason, and fall into a coma on a regular basis. When I awoke, if you find out about it, I can't imagine what.
as she says this,
As a result, at first, I assumed that those symptoms wouldn't, but it wasn't what.
her voice drops. The hell on the earth and the cruel truth are all seen with your own eyes. Sherry's hands are bloodless. Her joints are white. You know that is a normal thing that happens.
did you kill those people?
It should be.
How did you
Ampere hours. My mind was always foggy before.
She looked at you nervously and spoke.
that body?
Really?
Yes, Sherry. And by the time you came,
But maybe it's all.
Sherry appeared calmer. The timidity on her cheeks had vanished, replaced by the scorching blood-soaked sun was transformed into a brilliant sun churning with zeal.
Since you all.
Sherry.
More than 10 years ago, Ace and I followed a ancient rule. There, we met with an accident. Ampere out, but the result is that only me, and after that I became like this, and my body has remained the same as it was then. This time, Ace,
Her smile fades gradually as her soft.
Sherry was the one who helped. I also gathered some. First and foremost, I believe, I feel something is not right too. He didn't want to cause more trouble. But servants, especially not during his busiest, the police will get in his way. So but we don't know what, but at least we know all that's left to do is.
Wait. Someone's here.
At that moment,
Dear guests, His Lordship is the banquet hall.
without waiting,
Let's go.
Good evening, my dear attendees.
Carter begins to introduce. The guests seem awestruck as he concludes introducing the.
However, my dear friends, these artifacts are worth less than even 1/10,000. Allow me to introduce the Depersonalization.
The curtain behind Carter rises as the suspense drew the crowd's focus evermore. The Sola di Nit sits there in the case. Its eternal majesty proclaimed. You can't take your eyes. Those around you seem to be even more drawn.
Again, everyone, these relationships I hold with each of you are ones. Please enjoy yourselves and make this an evening.
Carter raises the glass in his hand, and the servants around bring the glass to you.
Good evening, my.
Carter
However, allow me, Depersonalization.
The curtain behind Carter rises as the suspense drew the crowd's focus evermore. The soul.
Again, please enjoy your.
Carter. Your mind snaps back to reality. As you take a closer look, you notice purple liquid beginning to pool and leak from his.
Damn Carter.
Thank you for your. This is my last gift to you all. For tonight will be.
You see an unusually unrecognizable color begin to apparate. An almost lifelike phosphorescence. You notice Ace looking in your direction from the other.
We should get going. It seems Carter.
Wait. We should follow.
You run all the way to the parking lot. The cars parked in the parking lot are rusted.
Ace. Wait,
I can't handle that much anymore. It would be find the exit.
You left Carter's manor.
No, this is definitely.
Saya, I am so afraid. Something is there.
Saya,
The attack of a figure with a burning green flame appeared. Its eyes.
did you escape? That being the case, see you in the next world.
You run all the way.
Ace.
I can't handle.
You find that the ground within the passage lays a.
This is the map in which Carter detailed an alternate.
You watch Ace hand the.
This whole area is currently in an isolated space.
Ace. What about
Ace merely shakes her head in response.
I prefer to not see you meet your. I have things to do.
Sherry takes a look at. You feel her anxiety.
hurry up and I need to take go.
Are you planning? Do you have a...
I know this. I've already ran away once when everyone on this time. Ace is planning to stop Carter and I. This is something.
Sherry takes a deep
Sherry, I understand how you feel. If I'm being honest, this is likely our Carter's games and it's time to collect.
Think quickly.
Although the desk is messy, you quickly found something useful. Document 1. A strange container. Next to the they look like. Document 2. My first plan has failed horribly in time. No. This is not just. Otherwise. With the exception of the first 2 sentences. An abnormal
I know you guys want to. Don't worry. I've just been Have you seen the ones left on the If you did, you must, whatever that thing is. It would linger on out, which as you can imagine, since I can't just let this happen. I can't just go and save. Our only real option is if Carter, that's really all while it might be tough to accept, I doubt you intend to just let Sherry die. So leave now or kill Carter. What are you going to do?
Ace, I
understand the situation. Let's go.
Saya reacts instantly by popping the back of her gun up to check her bullets briefly. She doesn't stop you.
Yo, I didn't expect you, and what? It's all over. Do you still?
Carter is now Saya glances. You watch as the bullet is absorbed.
Ha ha ha. It is useful.
How do you know if you don't?
Carter's face begins to distort. In Carter's shout, the deep countless streamers
Ha 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 ha. That thing cannot unless. Ha ha ha. Tindelo.
Carter is laughing.
Ha 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 ha. You will die.
Carter's laughter fades. Sherry seemed to think of something when she heard. You heard Sherry's tremble.
You guys run now. They are the thing that
Worms have no life. I shall bestow upon you. Are you finally no longer?
Tindelos. I know it is inconvenient for you and me.
Is it? Oh.
That. After a while, you gradually regain consciousness and
The disaster has ended. However, I'm not sure what happened in the end, but the culprit has vanished. Although this gem has lost its ability.
everything after that is like watching flowers at a glance. Your consciousness seems to be incompatible with the body at this time. And you end up falling asleep in Saya's car. When you wake up, the joy of life after the catastrophe and the sense of release after the pressure will make your brain clear. Saya and Sherry are still discussing what to eat today. And now you just want to relax for a moment. You fantasize that you will soon be surrounded.
You don't know how to fight. But you still have to make trouble. Beaten like this. And but don't expect. Well, let me take it. If Star Key were torn apart by the power. Thank you so much.
Ha, it's good that you know it.
You wake up. But when you see the worried look in Sothoth, so Thoth says to you after he saw that you have
Tindalos would attack anyone who travels through it at any cost to control space-time. After they killed the traveler, it was decomposed in order to further improve his power. Otherwise, everything would be irreversible.
Sorry, I didn't take the right action.
Traveling in the chaotic space-time, I knew it from now.
After a long time.
Are you dumb? If it is just
A foreman, I want you to help me.
funny, why?
Because I figure the things you done before.
Oh, you
We have the ability to, however, the resources needed for this in the end.
sure. That's in. You finally
That's right. We are like a prisoner in the prison, waiting for the destruction. Those lives who don't have eternal life just cannot feel the existence of the prison. But for you, this prison is more like a chain that has. So I want to break the prison.
ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha.
They seem to hear. After a long.
Even the ones complete me cannot break, and with the current power you have.
Indeed, but now I found my way, and what? At the end of the road, everything will. At that time, we will create.
Fine. Fine. If you encounter tough enemies in
Art expressing it.